So today I'm going to show you guys something very exciting, and that is what I believe is the first experimental stratagem, and that is the orbital 120mm HE slash EMS barrage. Now, I don't really know how this is going to work, because I don't think this has ever been done before. This is a variant of the 120mm barrage, where I think it has the exact same damage stats as a standard HE barrage and maybe one more volley, but each HE shot, each explosion, leaves an EMS field that lasts around quite a while. I don't know if it's quite as long as the EMS strike, but it is significant. And this thing is really, really good. Now, I don't know if it's going to stick around. I don't know if it's just a one-time thing for an event they're doing, or maybe we'll have more MOs in the future that use experimental stratagems, or they're testing this out as a potential buff for the 120. I have no idea, but I'm going to use it while it's here, because this is actually really good. EMS is a very powerful effect. It is just not one that we have very much access to, because the only things we have for an EMS field are the EMS strike, which is very limited. It's pretty okay at what it does, but since it's completely non-lethal, it's kind of outclassed by things like the gas strike in terms of crowd control. It's still good, but not used very often, very niche. And the EMS sentry, or the EMS mortar sentry, which used to be a mainstay of defensive missions. I see it less nowadays, but it's still pretty good. A little clunky, but very powerful levels of CC, because it can just fire so many mortars, and if those mortars land in a choke point with a lot of enemies, that gets a lot of value because it just stops them dead in their track. And as far as EMS fields go, that's it. We have nothing else in the game that applies in EMS field. We have stuns, like the stun grenade, and the stun weapons, like the pummeler, etc. But this is the third thing I'm aware of that has EMS fields. And boy, is it good. Because 120mm is already a stratagem I'm very fond of. I think it's very solid, very flexible, good cooldown, just all around good. And then when you slap in an extra EMS effect on top of that, which is pretty powerful, it just becomes next level. This thing is actually S tier with the EMS field. It's really good. Continuing on, I've tried to make a build a little bit around it. Actually, this is the wrong thing. I meant to use the orbital Gatling barrage, because in my testing, the orbital Gatling barrage and the 120 EMS field paired really nicely together, because the EMS would lock down enemies and the Gatling would finish them off, and it saturated a bug breach extremely effectively. Very little managed to actually get out of it with these two combined, and they are both a very low cooldown, which is very nice because they're available pretty much all the time, even with the cooldown modifiers this mission has. I'm going to be using the hover pack because it is the rupture strain, and I quite like the hover pack against them. It makes it very convenient to avoid all their attacks, literally all their attacks, even the projectile attacks from bile spears you can avoid very easily with the hover pack. It's not the most powerful backpack, but in this case I think it is pretty strong. I'm going to be using the AMR because it is one of my favorite bug support weapons now. It's good against heavies, and more importantly, it one-taps alpha commanders at any ranges, and no matter what seed you're playing on, no matter what sub-faction you're playing on, if you're solo, you need to kill alpha commanders instantly or they become an enormous problem. I'm going to be using the Plasma Punisher, or the Punisher Plasma, because it is a very solid way of unburrowing Rupture Warriors, any Rupture bug in general. It's all around a very powerful weapon now that it has its damage, or now that its damage has been fixed. And it's just fun. It's a cool weapon. This is my favorite plasma weapon visually to use. Just something about the big explosions is fun. I like this a lot, and I think it is very good against the Punisher strain, or not Punisher strain, the Rupture strain, especially when paired with the hover pack, where you get really good angles to shoot at enemies onto, or you get to shoot at enemies. I'm going to be taking the medic armor because I just like having extra stims. There's no real synergies I'm going for in this build. Maybe peak physique or recoil reduction would be okay with the AMR, but I don't think they're super necessary. However, having extra stims is really nice because when your hover pack isn't charged, it's still pretty consistently a stim tax when you get attacked by a Rupture Warrior and a Rupture Spewer. So having extra stims and having better extra stims is really nice. I'm using the grenade pistol just to close bug holes. So that's it. That's what you bring the grenade pistol for. And I'm going to be bringing thermites because I think thermites are actually really good against the rupture strain, since you can stick them onto a rupture charger right before they burrow, and it'll take him out before they unburrow again and hit you. Compared to a regular charger, usually they'll just run straight at you, and by the time the thermite goes off, the charger has already hit you and maybe killed you. Or at least run past you if you dodged it. But thermite's really good against this sub-faction specifically. And in terms of booster, I'm going to be taking the muscle enhancement just to avoid those really annoying slowdowns from rupture spewers and all the other bug slowdowns. This thing is really good. Plus, this is a snow planet. It's one of the recon planets. It's the only place where this experimental 120 EMS barrage is available. Having muscle enhancement is going to make the mission go by a lot faster and a lot more smoothly. Anyway, that's it for the build. A little bit disorganized. I'm still a little out of it, but hopefully I did not miss anything. I don't think so. So I will see you all in the mission. Okay, so I used the AMR for 2 seconds without peak physique and immediately restarted to equip peak physique because, man, I'm a slut for ergonomics. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot play with bad ergonomic precision weapons. I think they feel awful to use. And the AI, it's just so much nicer to be able to like snapshot like that. I really hate when it takes a long time to get on target with this thing. But anyway, the mission was also going bad. I was playing stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna go for the Mega Nest first. I'm pretty sure this is probably the best way to go about it, because bug patrols only get more aggressive and more numerous as the mission progresses. So dealing with it, the hardest part of the mission right at the start, is not the worst idea. So okay, now hopefully I can't really see all that much, unfortunately. But ideally, I get to show off a good angle of the EMS 120 strike working in action, especially when paired with the Gatling barrage. See, you can't really see that well because, you know, it's the bug front and no fun is allowed on the bug front. But, oh my god, you got absolutely obliterated by that. Jesus Christ. Oh, hello. But as you can see, or hopefully you can see, even I'm struggling seeing, and that's without even including YouTube big compression. There's a huge field of EMS over there where that 120 is going down, and that is just keeping everything locked down in there to get hit by both the damage from the 120 shells as well as the damage from the... Ooh, okay, let me lock in for a second. That's a bad spot. Really thought you would have died from that, but I guess it bounced. That one also bounced. No, I hit him. Okay. They get locked down essentially in one spot because, unlike gas, they can't move at all. They're just stuck there, and that is really, really nice for. Ooh, that's a lot of unpleasant fellows. Let's get another Gatling barrage. They're really stupid fast cooldown. The Gatling barrage, you can spam it just consistently. And it does pretty okay against heavies. It's not the best, but oh god, I fucking hate volumetric fog. I don't even think there's a spore nest around. Also, is my mouse broken? I feel like every time I click, it just doesn't shoot sometimes. Or every other time I click, it's not shooting. It's strange. There I was out of ammo. That's a pretty simple explanation, but... Oh, I forgot you have extra armor. Ooh, okay, maybe that was a bad pick on the... Is that... Okay, if I go for his leg tendon, that takes him out. I totally forgot they had extra armor on their head. Because nine times out of 10 it's irrelevant, because how often do you actually shoot a... Ooh, that's bad. There's a lot of bugs. Even the easy Mega Nest is still not easy, all that easy. Because Mega Nests are just fucking hard, man. The constant, unending horde of bugs being spawned, as well as the kind of ludicrous amount of heavies that come in to defend these areas, is always pretty ridiculous. So I might just die here. That's fine. Hopefully I will get to grab. Ooh. Okay, I made it. That's a little close. Oh man, these alpha commanders. That's why I brought the AMR, but I'm kind of slow today. I've not been sleeping well ever since I came back from my trip. And that is unfortunate when I have to lock in this hard already. Oh my god, I fucking hate impalers. Having like, I feel like there's at minimum like 4 or 5 per mega nest of impalers, which is really not what I want to happen, because I fucking hate impalers with a passion. As most people do. I don't think impalers are. If anybody likes impalers, I think you're weird. I'm sorry, I hate this enemy. Okay, let's get in another 120, and I have time to get out of it. And also, this version of the 120, I think gets an extra barrage or two, because I feel like it lasts longer, which is probably an upgrade. But one of the things I really like about the 120mm is that it doesn't outstay its welcome compared to a lot of the other barrages, which feel like they take forever. The 120 just kind of does what it needs to, and it's done. You know, you don't have to wait for it to do all of its business. Okay, and see, it's such a powerful combo. It's honestly comparable to Napalm Barrage in terms of ability to clear out bug breaches. I mean, you know, the Napalm Barrage can still do it in one call-in, but that's because it's insanely powerful, kind of crazy. But anything that's even comparable to the Napalm Barrage, in my book, is pretty goddamn strong. Napalm Barrage is one of the strongest things you can bring in a stratagem slot. If not the strongest, honestly. It is kind of obscenely powerful. But here, I think it's a bit more versatile, honestly, than Napalm Barrage. So maybe it does justify its the fact that it takes 2 slots, because you can call them in faster, since they have faster cooldowns, and they're a bit more precise. So there's more cases where you can actually use them. Compared to Napalm Barrage, where it's really, you call it in on a bug breach and you run away, and that is the only way you can use it. Oh man, they changed the scope on this thing, and it feels weird. I know it's, like, this is how it's supposed to function all along, and the zoom is working properly, but I got so used to the old zoom that I'm just, it's fucking with me. Oh, okay, I have no idea where that grenade went. That one went where it was supposed to. Let's get you. Let's get you. Let's not get got by you. I mean, of course it's gonna happen anyway. Pretty much impossible to avoid a alpha commander who's had his head taken off. They lock in so hard. Oh, brother, that's bad. Can I jetpack out of this situation? Okay, I can ragdoll myself into a worse situation, is what I can do. So maybe I should not have picked a Hunter Seed to do this on with the Plasma Punisher. I really wanted to use the Plasma Punisher, though. I like this thing, and I've not used it all that much since it got buffed, especially not against the bugs. Because against the bugs, like, the crossbow's still just better, because the crossbow can close bug holes, so you can take something else in your secondary slot other than grenade pistol, and that is kind of a big deal. Because here I don't have anything that's not very dangerous to my person, unfortunately. Okay, hopefully Thermite gets you. Of course it didn't. I feel like Thermite and ultimatums have been really unreliable. Actually, maybe it's just chargers that have been really weird recently, like when they do that, but they've done that forever. That was a perfect 360-degree turn, by the way, around a small object on a heavy enemy. Insane maneuverability. Fucking sign him up for the NBA, please, right now. Okay, so thankfully I have very intentionally, and definitely not by accident, found my way back to the old supplies that I wanted, and the last bug hole as well. Okay. So. Alpha Warriors, I hate you. Even on, like, Rupture Strain and Predator Seed, it's still, or Predator Strain, it's still fucking Alpha Warriors that still get me every time. I've barely even seen any Rupture bugs this mission, I feel like. But maybe that's because I'm at the Mega Nest. Oh, okay, it's hitting the Spire, that's why. I was wondering where the fuck it was shooting at, because I wasn't seeing any EMS fields, but yep, it's all hitting the spire. Okay. Because my Super Destroyer is over there, and there's nothing I can do about it. That change still annoys me, that, what you call it, Super Destroyers are not in the places they used to be at the top of the map, but instead the edges. That took me 10 minutes? Oh my god, okay. I gotta get moving. Maybe I should have just fucking stuck with crossbow warrant, because that's just such a good combo on the bugs nowadays. But I use it in every bug video, and I like switching it up, but I don't think I'm in the mental state to switch things up right now. I'm too out of it. Okay, so let's missile our shots on you. If I take out one of them, then that means I can take out the other two with my stratagems when I get up there, because I don't really want to hang around. Oh my god, ow. Okay, AMR is not the ideal way of taking out Shriekers, but hey, if it works, it works. Okay. So I maybe should not be hover packing around when there are so many bugs that can hit me in the air. Not least of all hunters. Ooh, I'm out of ammo. So this is gonna maybe be a mistake, but I'm gonna use the 120 to take. I'm not gonna use the 120 because it's on cooldown. Okay. I'm gonna use nothing to take these guys out. Just kidding. I'm gonna use a Gatling, and then I'm gonna start working with the Plasma Punisher. And then hopefully just... Oh, okay, never mind. Thank you, Gatling Barrage. Always goated, always on my side. Let's go this way, where all the bugs are. So, AMR is gonna have to be my close quarters weapon, unfortunately. And by close quarters, I mean fucking smack him with it. Peak Physique is pretty nice. Though that would have worked without Peak Physique, honestly. The just default gun bash is really useful against hunters, particularly. Against the bugs in general, because it's just nice to have a stagger on command. And it's a pretty powerful stagger, actually. It can stagger even alpha commanders out of their charge if you time it really well. I almost dove straight back into water, which would have been funny, but unfortunate. Okay, I actually did manage to hit you. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Let's call in another 120, and Gatling should be... Man, I love you, Gatling Barrage. I should use you more. Even with both the negative cooldown, or negative stratagem modifiers, with the increased cooldown and increased call-in time, Gatling Barrage is still so good. Like, you barely even feel it. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that do its work, honestly. I don't even have to mess with that. I mean, these guys can jump straight out of it. It's classic. And the Bile Titan, of course, does not care about EMS. Maybe he should. That was kind of nice when he could be stopped by stun grenades. They were pretty good back then. But also everything else we had was kind of bad. Ooh, you kind of played yourself, buddy. Didn't play that yourself that hard because I just missed. And I got slowed down in the same field you did, even though I thought I was visibly out of it. But that's cool. Let's go deal with those stalkers real quick. Low on Plasma Punisher ammo, so I hope no stalkers come and jump me. I do not see... Actually, that's probably it over there, where all these little shitheads are coming from. Okay, I hear him before I see him. I think I see him. That's it. Okay, and then... That's not a bad combo, actually. Stagger him with the Plasma Punisher, and then mag dump him with the AMR. I still, like, yearn for a weapon switch speed passive that works with support weapons, because I know the Gunslinger helps you with switching to your secondary weapon, and outside, I think, switching away from your secondary weapon as well, but I want something that lets me switch between primary and second, or primary and support really fast. I think that'd be kind of sick. Okay, so there isn't... Okay, yeah, there is not a Shrieker Nest, or a Shrieker Patrol modifier on this map, so I guess there is a Shrieker Nest over there, and I saw it for half a second. Let's get none of you sorted out, actually. Oh, I'm bleeded. I'm bled. Actually, would probably be the not stupid way of saying that. But there's a lot of bullshit in there. Let's just get a Gatling barrage. Okay, and let's snipe you out of the air. The Gatling barrage might have got him, actually. Ooh, I did not see or hear you at all. What the hell? Maybe I need to turn my game on here. Yeah, let me do that while I'm diving real quick. That seems like a better level of wonder. Another bug breach, and in the worst possible spot, of course. Actually, maybe this spot's not that bad. I don't know if that went off. Yep, it did. That killed nothing. Okay. Well, I'm glad it didn't kill me, but I would rather it killed some enemies. Oh man, this ice is tough, even with muscle enhancement, which, to be fair, I actually am not sure muscle enhancement does anything for ice. I took it mostly for the snow, because I know it does work on snow, for a fact. Ooh, there's a, I think a radar tower that way. And this is a good map to fight Rupture Stream on, because the ground is pretty easy to see. They're really annoying on the jungle planets, because there's just so much foliage and general bullshit. Okay. Get the hell out of here, Impaler. Maybe get the hell in here so I can find you. Yeah, let's tag that real quick. Okay, another patrol already. There really needs to be a little bit more downtime on the bugs. I'm gonna go out and say, at least when you're solo, because this is just too much. Like, you're not even done with the breach and patrols are already running me down. Okay. Oh yeah, I see him over there. Yeah, okay, Thermite, you gotta, okay, you locked in. I got mad enough that he decided to actually do his job. Okay, that's some good AMR shots in there. Go. Oh my god. I gotta run this way because this is where my one of my resupplies is. Not the most recent one, but the one I called in before. It's always important to have in the back of your mind where your resupplies are for situations like this. This is now where I missed the medic armor, but I do think it was the right call. Because already, I still want more ergonomics on this thing. I'm greedy. But I really was not having fun with it. With the terrible stock ergonomics. Okay. You're gonna have to stop doing that if you don't mind. Yeah, see, this is what I mean about you need more downtime on the bugs. It's just like, it's so hard to do an objective sometimes if they really want to send like a ton of patrols at you. And then on top of that, you have the alpha commanders just constantly spawning alpha warriors that you have to deal with. And sometimes you just get bogged down forever if you don't have a strong enough primary. The Plasma Punisher is serviceable, but it's, let's be honest, it's no Eruptor crossbow. Okay, fucking, hopefully, Jesus Christ. Like, this build would have been so much stronger if I took crossbow, ultimatum, gas grenade instead of grenade pistol thermite, because those two would have helped me out a lot in dealing with both heavies faster and hordes more effectively with the gas grenade. But it's tiring to use the same thing over and over again. That's like why I want things to be stronger, is just so that I don't have to feel like I'm gimping myself to take things that are not the meta. Okay, fuck off, because then things like that happen. That was just a skill issue. That had nothing to do with what I had taken. Oh, that bounced. Okay, unfortunate. Let's see. This is perfectly serviceable in team still. I don't think this is a bad loadout. It's just solo bugs. It's just like insanely oppressive. Okay, where can I shoot you that can actually damage you? Like the joint in between your leg and your body, I think. Here's another fucking bug patrol. Okay. 120 EMS strike, doing a really good job. I really, really like this thing. I low-key wish it could stay. I know it probably won't, because I really don't think the 120 needed a buff in the first place. I already liked it quite a bit. But man, if this thing isn't cool and fun. But hopefully this is like just the start, and they decide to start making more like weird experimental stratagems like that, where they're not really concerned with how balanced they are, they just like make them cool and fun. Which is kind of what I wanted them to do with everything, but, you know, one thing that's... Ooh, that's bad. One advantage of the Plasma Punisher is that the damage it does is low enough that you can usually survive a little bit of self-damage, compared to the crossbow, which will just instantly send you to the afterlife in like half a second. And here's another fucking patrol. Okay. One of the weaknesses of the hover pack, and honestly like the #1 thing it needs, is that you can't turn it off manually. So sometimes you get stuck just like hovering right above the ground, where you know you could turn it off and take no fall damage, but the game has not decided that you are out of hover pack mode yet, and you just kind of sit there and get shredded by all the enemies on the ground. Okay, so that should be good. Hopefully now I can actually make progress. Man, I want to record a Predator Strain video right after this one as well, because I have not seen the Predator Strain in a while, and I really want to make a Dominator video against the Predator Strain. And I don't know if I have it in me right now. I gotta focus on finishing this mission first, let's be real. This is gonna bring me a little joy at least, if it doesn't kill me. Okay, not that much joy. 4 kills is a little low as far as hell bombs are concerned, but that's fine. There were not that many enemies there. And that's a little tech you can do with the hover pack. If you tap the jump button mid-air, you can activate it and avoid fall damage. I might not have taken fall damage there anyway, but it's still nice. You never know. You take fall damage from pretty short falls. Okay, AMR. That's kind of overkill, but get the hell out of here. Rupture bug. Nobody likes you. Honestly, rupture bugs are not that scary after they've been nerfed. They were nerfed pretty quickly after their release. Though to be fair, I genuinely don't know what the fuck to do with this faction. They're either going to be easy to avoid and then not that big of a threat, or hard to avoid and really annoying. So I don't know how the fuck you balance the Rupture Strain without having them be terrible or boring. But right now they're leaning more towards boring, and when they came out they were leaning more towards terrible. So maybe there's a middle ground where they feel just about right. But anyway, let's try and not aggro these bugs. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Not gonna show me where this is supposed to go, so I just gotta trial and error it until I hear the beep. Very glad I did not aggro those bugs now. I'm gonna go with clockwise. Clockwise? Okay, it was clockwise, I guess, right? Oh, you were way closer than I thought. Oh man, I have bad tap perception. Let us call in our lovely 1-2 punch, and not the assault rifle, because I said lovely. Sorry, 1-2 fans. Gotta rage bait you real quick as I die. Oh lord. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a charger. That's just a bunch of Rupture warriors sitting together. So here comes the blizzard. And I think it has not been long enough since my last Snow Planet video where I can start making jokes about Blizzard, the game developer, again. So I'm gonna restrain myself. Well, it's very difficult to not make stupid jokes. But 120, it's still going, man. And it does such a good job. It's not even like showing up anymore and it's still going. That's kind of crazy. Alright, and hover pack. That feels pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the thermites and the hover pack combo. I think it's pretty cool. Man, I kind of wish EMS was more of a common thing. And I wish it wasn't only on purely non-lethal stratagems. Like, I wish... Honestly, they could just merge the orbital precision strike and the EMS strike, and I think everybody would be happy with that. That would just be like a complete W across the board. Because both of those things need some love. And I think honestly having both of them together would be very far from overpowered. Okay. Man, I only have 15 minutes left. Jesus Christ. Again, I don't know if I'm just tired or I don't have a good enough primary or what, but I'm moving real slow. Maybe I should stop fighting every bug breach and just let the combo deal with them. Okay, I did manage to stop you. You all just mag dump because there's probably ammo here. Okay, relax. Reasonable this is invisible. This whole area is completely blocked because his hitbox has not shrunk with the fact that he exploded. So no ammo for me, I guess. That's fine. I do have a resupply in the chamber, I'm pretty sure, so that actually is fine. I will like to save it. Okay, 2 Alpha Commanders immediately. And the Plasma Punisher is not good against Alpha Commanders. They are way too tanky for this thing. Despite how good it is with big stagger and big AoE, it is really bad against single targets because the DPS is just outrageously low. Or the single target DPS is low. It's got pretty good DPS against hordes. Well, that's why I don't really like it on the... Oh, I might be dead. On the bots so much. Even though there is a video I do want to make on the Plasma Punisher on Mega Cities with the bots, because there I think it's pretty good. Or at least not bad. Okay, forever. Oh, my leg is broken and there's a bug breach. Oh, and I switched monitors, even though I only have one monitor and I don't know why it does that. I still don't even know what the input to do that is, but I've done it so many times. Okay, spawn me in the water, why don't you? I've done it so many times, and I can never get the input, like, on purpose. It's always by accident when I'm mashing to try and throw in a stratagem really quickly in Helldivers 2. So hopefully they kind of just despawned while I'm over here getting my stuff back. They actually might. Bugs despawn pretty fast, which is why stealth is pretty goddamn powerful against them, within reason. Oh, they aimbotted and you were, or not aimbotted, wall hacked, and guess where I was anyway. At least these two did. But it seems like the motion tracker just... Wait, does the atmospheric spores disable the motion tracker? I never knew that. I feel like I should know that. I played only 900 hours, or 800 hours, or something like that, by the way. That's a crazy thing to not know. Really? I had absolutely no idea. God damn it. Because I use the motion tracker on the bugs a lot because they have a terrible audio cues and tend to blind you very aggressively. So it's very useful to have actually one way of knowing where they are, and having that one way completely removed from you kind of sucks ass. Not gonna lie, it sucks ass for me. Oh brother, here's the next patrol. I don't know if bugs are just faster than other enemies, but I feel like their patrols are just instantly there right after you fight a bug breach. Okay, no, that's the fucking wrong one. Okay. What am I doing? There we go. I was trying to direct the pipes to the wrong one. Okay. Classic decapitated Alpha Commander spawning all his minions anyway. I mean, I guess I could still knock him with the Plasma Punisher, but it's such a waste of ammo, or at least it feels like a waste of ammo to shoot them after they're in bleed out, but at the same time, it's like they can call in reinforcements, they can call in minions, they can just straight up kill you while bleed out, so I don't know. I think it feels bad whatever you do against that particular enemy. But okay, let us get this objective done. I think I'm just gonna... But that's there's a bug right in my ear. Not IRL, it just sounds like there's a bug in-game right next to me. That'd be real unpleasant if that were the case IRL, but thankfully not. Yeah, sounds have been so buggy. Like, I mean always, but now they're buggy in a fresh new way. Never before seen. Never before seen as far as I know. There's been a lot of bugs in this game and weird periods where things just did not work. Okay, here's the next bug breach, as always. Now, I'd like to snipe this thing out, and maybe I shouldn't, because I don't have that much time, but if I can actually get a good angle on it, I can take it out really quickly with the grenade pistol. If it doesn't sway and fuck me over, or if I slide a million miles, sway fuck me over, okay. There we go. There's more drop on that thing than I thought. Maybe that wasn't this way. I'll use the grenade pistol at long ranges all that often. Oh, that's a little close. I think they should all be... Okay. Thankfully the ice is bugging out and helping me get back up immediately. That feels pretty nice. Some crazy movements on that guy. And let us get rid of this. And no, let's go do this. Let's go do the main objective first. I realized it was over here, damn. I thought it was more towards extract. 120 barrage is doing a good job of holding everybody down. Yep, the bugs sound like they're directly in my ear again. Hold on. It lasts. Is that how long the 380 Mirage lasts? I just don't use 380 anymore. Because that thing is really annoying. I don't even think it's that good. There's like no targets big enough that 380 does a better job than 120mm in my opinion. I mean, I guess Mega Nest, but both barrages, I guess all barrages kind of suck against Mega Nest. Nothing's good at closing bug holes. No red stratagem, sorry. Okay, crazy combo, and for some reason my punch just completely missed him. That's unfortunate, because again, my time is limited. This objective can take a while if a bug breach gets called on top of it, which, you know, it will. Okay, tons of pouncers coming to the ground. Okay, that's not my AMR, so that one's going to have like 2 shots in it. Okay, let's go with Galling Barrage right on top of me so I can get sniped out instantly. Not quite the play. Did not expect that ragdoll from the hunter to go that exact direction. I guess I was not really paying attention, so maybe that was logical. I kind of doubt it, but I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt. Why not? I shouldn't, but I will. Okay. Here is the bug breach right on schedule. Oh man. This is looking a little bad. Oh, I have no fucking cooldowns either. And the resupply, of course, is in. I have like a supernatural talent to call in the resupply right on top of where the bug breach is about to happen in 3 seconds. I do it every single time. I don't know how. Okay. Maybe the fucking bash hitbox is not as reliable as I thought. But I have a supernatural talent for calling resupplies on the worst places on the bug front. Okay, man. Hopefully I can move back around to it. Oh, 120 is gonna get my ass, isn't it? Yeah, see, this is why I don't like it as much now that it's lasting a little longer. I mean, it's still definitely stronger just because the 120 EMS combo is crazy, but I do really like a nice short stratagem, a nice short duration. Okay, yeah, that lasts like insanely long. What the fuck? That's like 3 extra volleys. I'm getting distracted and I shouldn't be. There's still plenty of bugs about. I see that those alpha commanders running away, but I can't snipe them midair with the AMR. I'm not that good. too much to those things. I really love Rupture Spewers though. Okay, stem, maybe. Man, I wish I had gas grenades. Fuck me for trying to use something that isn't the meta, haha. Balanced game. Okay. Brother. Okay. That's an insane position for him to be in. No wonder he's been causing me so much problems. Okay, let's punch these guys. Let's blast these guys. Let's grab some more stems. Let's. Oh, I can't press buttons because I need to flip switch first. Alpha Commander. Do not get distracted by Bile Titan. Keep your eye on the prize. The Alpha Commander is always the problem. Crazy fucking aim on that guy. These Bile Titans have been on some fucking different shit recently. It's crazy how many insane shots they've gotten off on me. Okay. I think just a couple more shots. No? I guess none of the Gatling Barrage hit his dome. Oh, he was 1 off. Classic. 5 minutes. That's not good. Oh, there's still a lot of guys about. That's tough for me. Pretty sure this is the. Yeah, let's just stim tank it. Oh no, he's gonna hit that anyway. Okay, that's good for us. 5 minutes. Do I extract or not? Do I complete the mission or not? Because if another bug breach gets called in right on top of the mission, that's actually maybe a maybe no. Maybe not would be a less stupid way of saying that, but you know. Maybe I should sleep before I do the Predator stream video. This boy. But then again, I know this. If I do sleep, then the Predator stream is going to disappear for the next 5 months, and I really do want to play them and make a video on that. Okay, that's fine. Let's kind of resupply down there because that's where I'm going to be standing primarily. Is there another resupply up here? No, there's not. Pull the lever, Kronk. Okay. And then this. Well, maybe not even this. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Fuel transfer in progress. You can see at the top right what's going on with that. Let's use the snowstorm to our advantage. Okay, so this. I'm just comparing Sways for. Oh, okay. Hi. If you guys heard him, let me know because I didn't until I turned around and saw him. Maybe he wasn't even there. Like I straight up believe he could have just spawned in right there as I turned around. Like I wouldn't even be that surprised with this fucking game. Maybe that's why enemies don't have audio telegraphs. They just don't exist until you look at them. Because I did not fucking hear him at all. Oh my god. And now he's gone. God damn. Okay, I know the spawns have been fucked up for a while. It's not as bad as when enemies literally spawn right on top of you, but it's not far off. It feels like. Okay. 120 Gatling combo my beloved. And just use the Plasma Punisher to buy a little room. Let's release the fuel hose quickly, please. And that's it for the mission. Let's stim up for some extra stamina, because I'm gonna need every ounce of it to get away from this hunter. And see, that is just a really bad place to be. It's so powerful. God damn, I hope that this stays. I know it won't, but I really hope it does. Maybe. I have a feeling they're just gonna experiment or implement these experimental stratagems as like a MO specific thing. Like, okay, this MO has this experimental stratagem that's really powerful, and this one has that one, etc., etc. Because that seems like a very logical way to go about it. But man, I would be so happy if you could use something like this every mission. Like, getting one cool, powerful experimental stratagem per mission would be really sweet. I mean, I don't know, it wouldn't be super necessary. Like, stratagems are already really strong, including the 120 across the board, but it'd be cool just to have that variety and build diversity. Okay, so I'm gonna just... There should be ammo at evac, I hope. There's usually ammo boxes at most evacs. If I can take these out before they spawn any shriekers, that would be fantastic. Excellent. I had enough self-control to not waste all the AMR shots on that last one. And that definitely isn't 100%, because I don't even think I've done a single nest. But I'm not gonna... I don't have time, one, and two, I'm not gonna find them with spores. Because even with the radar, it still doesn't reveal all map objectives. Or it does reveal all the objectives, rather. It doesn't reveal nests. And, well, I guess just nests, because the other factions don't have atmospheric spore modifier, thank God. I'm not crazy about this modifier, but I don't know. All the I like the only modifiers I actually like for missions are the gunship patrols and the shrieker patrols, because I think those are pretty cool, even though they're a little too low impact. Like, I really wish they spawned in a lot of shriekers and gunships, and that also gunships were actually dangerous. But the ones that just like straight up debuff you like extremely hard, like the minus whatever 50% cooldown or call-in time, those ones just feel really bad in my opinion. They're a holdover from like launch days. Oh man, you can get some pretty good distance sliding on the ice like this. They're a holdover of the launch days where you had like the -1 stratagem modifier and the scrambled stratagem inputs modifier. Even though that was pretty funny, it was not fun. There's a pretty big difference between funny and fun in this game, in my opinion. But I don't know. I'd rather modifiers that instead of just straight up nerfing you, they actually like meaningfully change how you play the game and like have to bring a different loadout to deal with them effectively. But that's a long ways off. But anyway, hover pack is actually really good for stealth because you can get in these positions which are more or less inaccessible to bugs, and they sometimes just cheat and find you. Usually they don't though. If I look away from that battle tank, you think he'll disappear? I think I still hear him. Yeah, I still hear him. He didn't disappear. Yeah, these... Maybe they were there. It's like I feel like I'm being gaslit by the game 24/7 with enemy spawns. Like I turn around and there are enemies there, and I never know if that's because they just spawned in or they weren't like there, or they were already there and I just didn't see them because I'm blind. But man, I'm gonna miss this 120 EMS barrage. Like the second it leaves, I really like it. But who knows? We'll have to see how they treat experimental stratagems. I think it's a great idea, personally, to just have, like, not even, like, low effort sounds like a harsh way of putting it, but, like, yeah, it kind of is. But I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's just, like, something easy to do that changes up how you play or changes up a specific option that just, like, adds more stuff to do, like, during content routes. I think that's great and would be a really good use of the live service model. And it's just not something they do that often. Same with the enemy surges. I think that's also a great thing to do for like filler MOs, just to switch things up, but that's not used often enough in my opinion. Yeah, you can fuck right off. This is a really good hiding spot. I was definitely right to hide up here. Okay, and then now it's going to be actually making it into the Pelican without dying, and that's it for the mission. Not my cleanest mission. Again, I really should have just brought the fucking crossbow more and gas grenade. This would have been so much easier if I had, but you know. Still did pretty okay, all things considered. I think I definitely reached like 1,000 kills on this mission, which isn't that crazy on Pouncer Seeds, but it's still nice. But anyway, that's it for the mission. This thing, if you have the chance to play with it, I really recommend you do before it goes away. And I hate to instill FOMO in people because FOMO kind of sucks, and it's one of the reasons why I typically really don't like live service games. But the 120 EMS fucking rocks. This thing is really, really good. I like it a lot. If this was something... Oh yeah, I miss every single fucking nest except the Mega Nest. I mean, I guess the Mega Nest is the one you want to get anyway. The one I want to get anyway, at least. But really, if you have a chance, play with this before it's gone, because it is fun. It is really, really good. If it was something permanent, I would use it almost every run on the... Well, actually, yeah, maybe. I would include it in a lot of loadouts, I can tell you that much. Because I already include the 120 in a decent amount of loadouts against the bugs. I would use it even more. If it had the EMS effect permanently, naturally. I think it's a little worse against the bots and this. Well, okay. I still think it's very powerful against the bots and the squids, because the 120 is generally very powerful against those factions, but I think the EMS is a bit less useful against them than it is against the bugs. So it'll feel more like you're using a normal 120mm barrage on those fronts, in my opinion. Oh no, I didn't breach 1,000 kills. Wow, I guess I was just playing really fucking slow. Okay, yeah, no Predator Strain video I'm recording tonight. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna cut myself off from rambling. I'm glad to be back from vacation and making more of these videos. I always enjoy making these. And I will see you all in the next one.